There's
Yeah, but
only
remember,
13
the Champions
games.
League winners of this last camp, or you know what I mean? They're not
even there.
It's not making sense
How
of
could-
European.
all right,
Hold
then.
on, wait.
How could Arsenal not be there, but these men who can't flipping do 10
What did
kick-ups
Arsenal
are
win?
there?
What did
How
Arsenal
could
win?
Liverpool not be in there?
Why did you even mention
I'm just saying,
Arsenal?
no, because he's sitting next to me. I'm just saying.
No, the reason
But they finished second. They just finished second 3 times over in our league.
No,
They're the
but-
Okay,
second
but
best
do
team in
you
England.
want a Champions League then? Is that what you want?
What do you mean?
Do you want another Champions League? Because if you bring in more European teams,
The
you're
Champions
just
League
creating
already
another.
ain't even for the Champions. We're already dropping it lower.
That's what I'm saying. But this is the one.
But that's too low. Someone won 10-0.
Brother,
10.
Salzburg are there.
Bro, somebody won 10-0.
It happens.
Sunday League set.
10.
It happens. Liverpool beat Man United 7-0. What now?
It's a great point.
What now?
And it should have been-
Why are you here? Why are you here, fam?
Great point.
Leave! What are you doing here?
Still not double figures.
No, what are you doing
Still
here?
not double figures.
They took it easy on you. I
Still
saw
not
them.
double
They
figures.
could have made it 10.
And guess
They
what?
started chilling.
But guess what? In that same season, the reason why we're still there, because in the same season,
Wow.
because we're supposed to
Shut
be there,
down.
they didn't finish above man.
Let Auckland play them
They
again.
didn't finish
innit?
above man.
Let
I
Auckland-
guarantee you, Auckland won't score a goal and finish bottom
Let
of the
them
thing.
play them again.
You want to see man
How much you willing to
10-0.
bet?
10-0.
How much?
That's the reason.
Bro, we
because they
could
still
have
didn't
beat you
finish
10-0
above
as
man.
well that game,
They
man.
beat us 7-0 and it didn't mean anything.
Like, we hit the post
That's
twice
why.
in that game.
They lost 10-zip.
Hey, Matisse, you're bad, you know.
Do you know what I mean? Nah.
Hey, look, going back to it, to me,
Drink that water, man.
going back to it, I think we're being a bit snobbish here, right? Because even though they got beaten 10-0, it's still about the best teams, you know, or the teams in the world. They're the best, or must be one of the best teams in their region, right? They should be allowed to play. It used to be the same thing with the World Cup. But then you start to see teams get better because they'll go back, they'll be hurting from this, and maybe that will have a knock-on effect
Auckland will get
for them
better.
to. No, I'm saying that league. They'll be
Play
like,
them again next year and see if
No,
they
hold
can
on.
lose 10-0.
4 years. 4 years.
listen,
4 years.
Give it
when
time.
I remember back in the day, right? I think it was Zaire, one of them countries, Africa. They got absolutely slapped up, right? There was even one time there was a free kick. It's a famous thing if you go on YouTube and watch it, right?
Oh,
The
against
Zaire
Brazil,
player
when he
sprints out of the
boots it.
line and boots the ball away
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. And at
The ref
that,
books him.
yeah, and at
He
that
doesn't know the
time,
rules.
they were saying, "Oh, some of these African teams they shouldn't be allowed in the World Cup. The standards low, the this, the that." Now look, Senegal are rocking up and beating England.
It was
Yeah.
Brazil,
Right,
Zaire.
you've got to allow these teams to play,
And
right?
they get the money from it as well.
Yeah,
That's
and then
massive.
they can start to raise the standards. Yeah, it's a famous thing.
Famous, right?
And after that, they were saying that none of these teams should be allowed to play.
They're
it was the
waiting
same
to
sort of
take
thing.
the free kick. Man just
didn't
pumps
know
it
that.
away.
Yeah,
Didn't
and
know
he
the
got
rules.
booked. He didn't know the rules properly.
Got a yellow
Right,
card.
so I do feel that, yes, obviously, it's an absolute mismatch.
Great example.
For
that.
now.
But how are these guys going to raise their standards? Maybe that helps them in a way when they see the golf.
Yeah.
That they say, actually, they go back and say, you know, we need to get our league together, man. When we get more professional and we get more, you know, but
More than that, it's about the experience. You see the goalkeeper there, he's got to take time off work to play at the Club World Cup, but he said playing against
So didn't-
Benfica, Bayern and Porto, it's worth it.
But listen,
It's
the
like
other
the
day,
memories
right?
and the stories
The other
they'll
day,
take away
what
from
was the
it.
score between England and Andorra?
1-0.
Right, it was 1-0. And back in the day, like probably if you'd have played that game 10 years ago, we'd have won that 10-0.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what I'm saying. That's how
The money has to circulate,
How
man.
are teams going to improve? How are they? Yeah, and each
The money.
team,
There's too much money at this
a
tournament.
lot of
to
these
not
teams,
circulate it.
they're sharing this money, innit?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of these teams. So
Yeah.
my thing is, you're going to get some of these. You're going to get some of these games.
Part of the
but-
process, Flex.
All right.
Part of the
Two
process.
players scored hat-tricks, didn't they?
Fair enough. Maybe
In
I'm
4
looking
years,
at it wrong
in
then.
4 years,
Maybe
that
I'm
would be
looking-
5.
It was a terrible.
That would be
like,
5-0 in 4
Will it?
years. Yeah. 5-0.
It was a terrible. Listen, at
Do
half
you
time.
know what? I was
When I
looking
saw
at the
Elise
spectrum and I
say-
went,
All right.
When
5-1.
Elise scored that
I'm
fifth
going,
goal,
what
I was
about,
like,
I'm
that's
just
it.
saying,
There's no-
after, for me, I just thought, listen, I'll take your points here. I'm saying for me, watching it, the players have had this long-ass season, everything, they're knackered, dead on their feet. Bayern ain't getting nothing out of that. The Auckland players, all right, fair enough. You can actually put that on your CV to tell your grandkids, listen, I did get licks off of Bayern. I was there, I played against Elise. In it, though, you can. I was there, I played
what I'm
against these
saying,
man.
though.
So,
Stories.
which is the magic of the cup or the
Yes,
magic of the
yes.
club. So maybe I just saw
Bro,
how
Tottenham
bad
had
it
to take,
You
was.
should have stopped watching.
who
That's
was it?
hens. Yeah.
Solid
And I'm just
Wall,
seeing a
somewhere.
guy, and I'm like,
You weren't meant
who's
to watch the
winning
whole
from
game.
this?
You weren't meant to watch the whole game.
Bro, Spurs
At 5-0,
went
you
extra
were-
time with
but then
Tamworth.
that defeats the point. Then the club, it's been sold to me, or maybe I've misunderstood what has been sold to me as.
No, you should have
I'm
looked at
thinking
all the teams.
pinnacle, and I'm like, look at the teams that
No, no,
ain't
no, no.
there. You got these type of man there who are gonna get licks, but like you said, Liverpool ain't there.
This is the thing.
Thingy,
but everybody
In the,
can't
in
be
the
there.
quarters and in the semis,
Everybody
and the
can't be
final,
It will get
the
competitive,
quality is
yeah.
gonna be there. But when you go through all the teams that were at it when the tournament was announced, you can see there's some
that
people
an
that are going to be
anomaly?
getting
It'll be a golf.
Is
Yeah.
that an anomaly result?
like we won't see that.
Are we not
very
going to
well,
see
yeah.
that again in this competition now?
Yeah, but maybe we probably won't see another 10.
Let's not forget, what was it, 7-1 Brazil,
Germany.
in the World Cup? There have been
No,
7-0.
spankings happen in football.
It
No
has
one's saying it
happened.
don't happen.
So we're not giving
just-
Bayern Munich any credit then?
No, they can get credit. They've got a good
course.
team.
No,
They've got a great
but,
team.
but no,
Very
but
good
Bayern
team.
Munich are
At
supposed
least
to
they,
slap
by
man
the
you
way.
don't play full time 10-0.
Professionalism.
supposed
That's what I
to,
give
yeah.
them credit for.
Yeah.
For the
Yeah, exactly.
Tonight, Matisse, your team enters the fray
Yes.
against Los Angeles FC. Olivier Giroud
Yes.
coming back
Love
to
him.
Chelsea and
Love
playing
Giroud,
against them. How do you think this one goes 8 o'clock tonight? We're actually doing a watch along for that game.
I'm expecting a win. Obviously, there was a little bit of interesting selections being made for our squad that I didn't really agree with all of them, but the squad on paper is still more than good enough to get through this group and top the group. If we do top the group, which we should, and PSG top their group, which they probably will after spanking Atletico, the toughest team in their group, then we play them in the quarters. And that will be a proper test. Do you know what I mean? For this group, this group that we have. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Liam Delap makes his debut. Andre Santos, I've been raving about him for years now. Since we signed him and I saw him in the first preseason, I just knew this kid was special. And he's going to be back with us. Mamadou Sarr from Strasbourg, he's going to be in the defence. It's a shame Kendry Pires isn't in the team because I wanted to see him. Shame that Petrovic is not in the squad. I wanted to see him. But yeah, it's a decent squad for the group. Now, when we get into the latter stages, which I expect us to, there needs to be some changes there because that team won't win it for me. There's not enough there to win it, based upon what I watched last night as well from PSG. You know what I mean? I'd like some more artillery. I'd like some more firepower, if you don't mind. So, but I'm looking forward to the game, man. Looking forward to the game.
Yeah, 8 o'clock kickoff. Flamengo and S Tunis also in your group. And as you say, hopefully, as a spectacle for the person who is flicking through the zone, and maybe you don't flick through the zone, you have to actually click the app to go on it. But you almost want that neutral who's just maybe choosing something to watch. To
All
be
the
like,
games
oh,
are free.
this is a good game.
Every
I'll
single
watch
game,
that.
everything's free.
And,
So,
and
yeah.
that's obviously a big plus, but you want the games to be a bit more competitive. Otherwise, it does become a bit of a laughing stock. Once you get out of the group,
No, but it's
the
all
good
right.
teams
No,
will be
we
there.
don't
I think the
mind.
South
It's all right,
American
yeah.
teams will be very competitive with the European
yeah, I
teams.
don't think
as
LA
always.
I don't think we're gonna see that from any of
LAFC
them
will be
teams.
all right as well.
You think the MLS teams will give the Prem teams?
I'm not sure.
LAFC.
I'm not sure.
I know, like,
It's
well,
for sure, man. You should
no,
give
they
them
won't.
licks.
They
A lot of their
won't
players
beat
are
Chelsea, but they're a
on the other
well-supported
side.
team.
Yeah.
They're a well-supported team.
Yeah.
They got
should
a
be
lot.
giving them
Got a lot of
licks.
South Americans in their team as well. Like teams like
fives.
LAFC.
How did they qualify? Because they finished 5th.
Well, how did
West
Inter
Ham-
Miami?
That's-
Don't worry,
How
it's
did
Club World
Inter
Cup.
Miami
Put
qualify?
them all in because everyone needs a fair chance of getting licked.
Yeah, Miami
Don't
would-
matter. Man finished 5th. It's Inter Miami thing, all that. You just
No, that wasn't.
No,
alright.
that's where
That
you
wasn't
are.
alright.
On
but
that, you're right.
But now we're
That
thinking.
wasn't
No, but in
alright.
Auckland's
But
case,
this is my problem. It's
That wasn't
not
alright.
consistent throughout the thing. We keep saying half of it is give you it's just a magic of football, man. It's wicked. But then we're going, yeah, these men.
You need to get Messi in there. You need to
or you
try and
just
get Ronaldo in there.
It's not.
Yeah,
man.
I hear
It's
you on
either
that.
one or the other. Right now, it's great. And I'm saying there's a man in there who got 10-0. 10-0. Now, there's also a man in there who finished 5th in this. And it just doesn't.
If they deserve to be there based upon they did well in their own continent, I have no problem with that. When you're sneaking into Miami through the back door, that's where I have a problem.
And LAFC, where did they finish?
5th.
5th in the whole.
In
what?
the Western Conference.
No, didn't they?
bit.
Did they win some
Did they
sort
win
of
the cup
MLS?
though? Maybe
No,
they
no,
won.
no,
They
no,
won the
they-
MLS Cup in
They've won the
2022.
MLS before.
So
That's
that's
when Gareth
probably
Bale
it then,
done the
isn't it?
madness.
So that
That'll
must
be
be
it,
it then, isn't
probably.
it? Yeah. That's the
That's
thing
mad.
as
So
well
whoever won
about
the cup
it
the last
is
2
you
years.
can't look at last season because
It's
we
not
know
really
last
just
season
that.
is not what it's about.
It's
It's
the
about the
last
last
five,
like
six
5
years,
seasons.
5 years, isn't it? Yeah.
So because that's why we're here.
Yeah.
It's not
That's
based on
true.
last
Haven't they
season.
won it before that, LAFC?
It's based
they
on
won
the
the
last
MLS
5
before?
seasons.
Yeah, in 2022.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, have you even? When's the last time you was in the Champions League? When you won it? Oh no, then the season.
No, we
after,
won
did you?
it the season
Yeah,
after
yeah.
as well.
And then Real Madrid done that madness.
Yeah,
that one.
Graham
That's
Potter.
21,
Benzema won.
22.
21, 22
21,
season.
22.
How are they going to? What I want to know is how they're going to do it the next time. How are they going to work out who's in it from
I think,
who's not?
well, I don't know if they'll change it, but this was the format for this
the way
one.
they're going at the minute, Liverpool and Barcelona still won't be in it because we haven't won any European Cups in the last 5 years. So unless we do that, we won't
Let's
be in
see.
it again. Score prediction: Chelsea, Los Angeles Football Club.
I
thought
will
I'd say
go
that.
with a 3-0 Liam Delap double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those teams could go.
They'll be the best.
One of them
supported
South
teams.
American
Yeah,
teams could
oh,
go far.
definitely.
The South
Did you see
Americans,
the
because this means a lot to them.
Yeah.
Did you see Palmeiras? All the fans out
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Times Square.
Yeah.
But this is their holy grail.
Yeah,
South
yeah,
Americans
yeah.
take this
And
competition
that's the other.
very
That's
seriously.
the other thing about this tournament, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody, if you followed right all the talk last week, is like all the games will be empty.
Yeah.
And there was 80,000 at a PSG game yesterday, and all the other games I saw, there was a lot of fans in those games. They look good attendances so far. So, You know, he's all the scaremongering. Oh, there's gonna be no one there. They've had to like sell all the tickets for
And
like.
I'm not naive. It definitely will, as you know, you get further through the competitions. It's just like the new thing with how they extended the Champions League. Obviously, a bit. I don't know, just money, this, that, and the other. But then, when it got past that stage, or towards the end of the group league phase, it was like, oh, people need to win. Real Madrid were in trouble. Man City were in trouble. PSG were even in trouble. So it did make it the spectacle would be. So I do know that as the tournament goes on, it will.
Yeah, I'm just looking at attendances, right? So the first game, 60,000 was at the Miami game. The Palmeiras game, 46,000 against Porto. PSG game, 80,000, right? There was 30,000 at that Botafogo game. And even the Bayern Munich game, that's 21,000. Those are good attendances, man.
Depends on what the capacity was for that Bayern one.
Yeah,
what
the
we
capacity
saying?
was 80,000. 20 is not good enough.
But I don't know.
The new camp, but there's
I
only
don't know
20,
the capacity, but you could see it was a smaller stadium.
Okay.